Now we go to video 6, and we are now going to get into the meat of the parable of leaven and dough. Again, I remind you, chapter 13 to chapter 25, you'll find all of the parables of the kingdom of heaven. Now this is a diagram and a picture. As you know, a picture is and substitutes 1,000 words. Now if you look at the left of the diagram, this is depicting the parable of the leaven and dough. And you have a woman who is taking leaven and putting it in dough and mixing it until all become leaven. And when they all became leaven, you cannot tell the difference, nor can you isolate the leaven from the dough. Now if you notice another thing about the parable, this woman takes a portion or portions of this leaven and dough, this quantity of leaven and dough that she produced, and from these portions she put them into a container, a baking pan, put them into an oven, and then created something that is now usable and edible. Remember, the leavened dough, which her hand is on, is virtually raw and cannot be eaten. But if you take portions of it and put it in a baking pan and put it in an oven, you'll now get bread. And if you add other ingredients, you'll get drops and buns and cake and so on. And these baked substances are now edible and useful. Now in the parable of leaven and dough, in the kingdom of heaven, how is the kingdom of heaven similar to this? Well, God is representing the person of the woman, and his leaven is his spirit, and the dough is his mind. And when he mixed and married the spirit with the mind, he ended up with what we call spiritualized mind, or the kingdom of heaven. Now this kingdom of heaven is just sitting there as a potential substance. Remember, just as you have in the physical, you have substances, so too in the spiritual realm, you have spiritual substances. So there is no such thing as nothing, and what we really call space is spiritual substance. So this overall volume of the kingdom of heaven that God created, he took portions of it, and the Holy Spirit moved on them and created the earth, the trees, the animal, and man. So the principle is the same, the substances are different, and just as the woman ends up with a finished product, so too God, when he created the kingdom of heaven using the same principles as in the parable, he created finished products in the form of the earth, the trees, the animal, and man.